up? It's Chey Parker checking in for 93.9 WKYS, and I have a very special person in the building today, which is funny because I've been knowing this girl, knowing of her for a while now, and I've always wanted to sit down and talk to you. So welcome. Let everybody know who you are.
Hey, everybody. I am Brave Williams at Be More Brave on Instagram, and thank you for having me.
Of course, naturally. When your publicist hit me up, me and her have been knowing each other for a long time, and she was like, yeah, Brave, she has this new song out, are you interested in sitting down and talking to her? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Now, Be More, you from Baltimore.
I'm from Be More.
Now, what part of Baltimore?
West
for those
Baltimore.
who don't know. West Baltimore. Yeah. So what street?
Harlem Avenue.
Okay.
2315 Harlem Avenue.
Listen, and right now, are you still currently based in Baltimore, or you're like all around?
I'm kind of a gypsy right now. I mean, Baltimore's home though. I'm from there. My family's there. So Baltimore is the one place that when I fly back to, it always gives me a sense of peace,
Right.
I'm East Coast at heart. So, yeah.
So instead of Baltimore, what's the other place that you may live or
Atlanta.
would like to live? Atlanta, really?
Because it's so reminiscent of, with the trees. And when I'm in LA, I can tell, like, I know I'm in the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's just, I love the weather, but there's something that draws me closer to Atlanta to be like, okay, I could post up here. I have my little crash pad there. So it's like when I go and I need to work, I have somewhere to stay. But in terms of really moving, I could definitely see Atlanta.
And still staying there and getting married, maybe, and having
Ooh,
kids.
Girl, I got options. What?
Oh.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about that.
But yes, actually, that would be the place.
Okay, I'm surprised you didn't say LA, because I feel like I talk to a lot of artists and they're like, LA. And I'm like, LA is so not my vibe.
See, I mean, like I said, the weather, I'm an outdoorsy person. I love nature. You'll find me on a canyon somewhere at the beach. Like, I love doing all of that. I like LA for work. When I'm there, it's purpose driven. It's like cool. But to live, I'm more East Coast.
Okay, I feel you. We East Coast girls,
right.
as we like to say. Now, you have a new song out.
I do.
It's called Options.
It is.
And I watched the video, like, when you first dropped it, and I just loved it. I loved all the different looks and all the different options, so very on brand.
I appreciate that.
For the song.
Thank
now,
you.
tell me how that song came about, because we always hear men talking about, how they got options, and it's this chick and that chick and all that. So it's different when it comes from a woman.
It is. Honestly, for me, the record it's like a PSA. It's like a declaration of, I don't even want to say independence, but it kind of is. It's when I had enough. Like I don't know, a lot of people I'm sure can relate when you're in a relationship for way longer than what you should be. And it's kind of pulling at your heartstrings. It's pulling at your spirit. And it's like, okay, girl, like, did you forget? Like, you a bad mother. Like, hold up now. Like, don't forget that you do have an option. Not to even say that the option has to be another person, but an option to leave.
The option to choose you.
Absolutely. Okay. And for me, that's kind of how the song came about, because I just was like, okay, Brave, you got to love yourself a little bit more and choose you over this toxicity, essentially.
Yeah. So this song was actually birthed from personal experience.
But then, I have 16 brothers and sisters, right? So it's like I have a lot of sisters. I have my best friends, the fans, even like just talking to people. I love people, and I love, just digging in with women and finding out what your story is. And that story resonates with a lot of people, men and women, like guilty as charged. Yes. Sometimes, like I said, you stay in something for too long because we make excuses. And for me, that's like the biggest fear, to get complacent in something, because then that just becomes your new normal. Yeah. And you forget what it feels like, to be happy, or to remember what it feels like to wake up and not be bothered by something or agitated in your spirit. So it's like, nah, Brave. You do have an option. Let's fight about it. Right.
Period. Now, like I said, the video was super fun, and I loved like all the different looks, the hair and all that. So how did the creative direction for the video come about? Was that mainly you, or did you have a team? How did it happen?
It was definitely a joint effort. Shout out to my management team, Mike and Bishop. But Bishop was very instrumental in kind of coming together and saying, okay, this is how. It first started as like a Brady Bunch theme. And then from there, when I came in, it was like, okay, well, what if we do like these different types of characters? And then the director, he came in, Mike Spiegel, shout out to him. And it just was a collective effort. And then we sat down, we drew it out, we wrote it out, and it manifested.
I
Bam.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, how long did it take to shoot? Because I feel like with all those looks and different makeup looks and hair, was it 2 days?
That is the hardest, not even hardest in the sense of it was challenging for time. Yes, it took 3 days to shoot that video. And he wanted longer. He said, we need 4 or 5. I said, oh, no. We're going to knock this out. Right.
At 72 hours,
right.
boo-boo.
Girl, I had never shot, and even sometimes movies when I'm on set, for acting roles, it's like, you in, you out. I said, this is a very lengthy music video, but I love the end product.
The end product, yeah.
Yeah, I really do.
It's dope.
So y'all need to go
dope.
check it out. Options. It's on Vivo right now. And it was a lot of fun shooting.
Now, before we get into your acting chops, because I actually didn't know that you had been in so many different projects, I want to talk about the song before this one, before Options, that came out. It's called You. And that came out last year. And you are like giving us the moves, the dancing chops in that one. And I didn't know you could dance too. I'm like, what doesn't she do? She dance, she sings, she acts.
Oh, that's sweet.
So tell us what you have coming up music-wise. When can we expect the next full-length project?
Absolutely. So I'm actually finishing up the project right now. I just signed a deal with Universal, SRG/Universal. They signed my label, Brave New World. So I'm really excited about just having a machine now, to help support what I'm doing. But right now we're just putting the finishing touches on the album. Options, you guys, please go download. It's on every streaming platform. And then, like you said, You is out. That's on SoundCloud. That kind of goes back to my Baltimore roots. I had to give homage to home, so that's kind of why that song was inspired. But yeah, just early spring, summer will be the album.
Okay, well, we are ready for it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, you are also acting.
Yes.
And it's funny because last night I was looking for something to watch on Netflix, and I saw Love.com. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm in the mood for like a crime show. Yeah. So I didn't watch it. But then I'm like, she's starring in this movie. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how that came about and your experience shooting that particular movie.
That whole experience was amazing. It's my first leading film. Mm-hmm. We shot it actually here in DC, which is why I was also so drawn to it, just to be able to show like the different geographical areas of DC and really pay homage in that regard, being that I'm from Baltimore. It was something I auditioned for. I didn't know if I did bad or good. It was normally I can always tell when I audition for something like, that was horrible or that was great. I was just I didn't know. But then when I got the call back, I was elated, but then the pressure got real, like, oh, you about to lead a whole film. This isn't like 15 pages. This is like...
No, you are character A.
Right. It was great. The cast, Lisa Ray, Kim Whitley, Tobias. Raheem Devon is actually in it as well. Shout out to him and I'm trying to think who, Angus. It was just a lot. It was a dope collaboration of a lot of talented people.
Yeah, it was a lot of stars
together.
in there.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I loved the script because it told a message. It's a movie with a message. It's not like you said you were in the mood for some homicide, murder.
Yeah, my boyfriend is like, you're a serial killer on the low, and I'm like, don't say that. But I know how.
Right, if I need to.
Don't play.
Yeah, this is definitely more a movie with a message. It's talking about gentrification and how that affects my character, Shelby, who's a business owner. She owns a vegan restaurant. And it really just, it opens up just what people go through when that happens. And then she's battling also trying to find love and with social media and going on this website when there's an actual human being in front of her who's like, hey, Shelby, I'm here.
I'm trying to be with you,
I'm trying to be with you,
What's
girl.
up?
Right.
I did see the trailer and you were like, I just want to see what's out there. He was looking at you like,
right.
Excuse me, what? Say what now?
Such a woman. Girl, if you don't take what's... Yeah.
And listen, I think a lot of ladies can relate to that because sometimes, we do want to see what's out there, what's on the market, but we don't always say it because of how it may come off or how, we may be perceived by others or, a man that we care about. So I think I haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely about to go home and watch it on my little Sunday.
Yes.
I think it's gonna be good. So I'm excited.
I appreciate
how was it working with some of those huge stars in the movie like Lisa Ray? She's been acting for years. Were you intimidated at all or nervous?
Not at all. Lisa Ray, she's like I've known her for years. When I first moved to LA, she was actually very instrumental in helping me, I guess, what's the word? Just get comfortable with being on the West Coast, coming from Baltimore to the West Coast. So she was always like, Brave, I'm going to pass you the baton. You got it. We going to push. And her and my cousin Laverne Witt, who actually is just moved from LA to DC as well, were just really instrumental in that. So Lisa Ray, it's so funny. I actually called her a few months ago because I just booked another role, and it was my first sex scene, and I was so nervous, and I was like, I don't know what to. I was crying. I was so scared. I was petrified, and she was like, "Girl, if you don't take that curly hair and whip it to the back," and she was giving me like Lisa Ray, though. 101, like this is, you got this. So I love Lisa Ray. She's always been a cheerleader. So yeah.
That's dope, because I feel like, we have a lot more unity amongst, Black women in the entertainment industry now, but it wasn't always like that.
Absolutely.
And I feel like when you're coming up in the game, even in radio, it's always nice to have like that OG right there that's kind of leading you and giving you guidance and direction. So, hey, Lisa Ray, I interviewed her a couple years back too, and she was a sweetheart. So
she's super sweet. It's still, like you said, to have that mentor, just to have someone that's kind of been there, done that, and helped to guide, and not be one of the types of people that say, "Oh, I got you," but when you call on them, it's like, "Oh, they can't be found." Like, she's always there. So yeah, super dope.
That's good. Now, I actually watched a couple of interviews that you've done before with some friends of mine. Shout out to Ray Rolay, and then also Bobby Penn. Like, they interviewed you back in 2015.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yes, when you were, I think R&B Divas, your season was playing there in LA. And I know before you did the show, you were a little hesitant to do, reality TV, just because of, you feel like it had to be this big or exaggerate, everything to be on the show. Now that it's over, and, some time has passed, do you think you'll ever do reality television again?
I would never say never, but I think that if I would consider it, it would have to be something that I created myself. Okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of finishing a script right now. So it's like, to have that type of control to create a project is what would make me lean more towards doing that again, because it is a nerve-wracking process.
Yeah, you're like, look, I got to be the cast and the producer.
Right.
And I get that, because when you're only cast and you're not on the producer team, you don't really know what you walking into.
Yeah.
Like, I've been on a set before, and they'll tell you, who you're shooting with or where you're going, but you don't really know who else going to be there, what the conversation is going to be, what they want you to talk about. So I can imagine that being like kind of
it's like going to work every day and not knowing what to expect at work. Like, are you getting fired? Are they going to mess? Like, it, and granted, for me, I just made sure, again, shout out to my team, because they were so good at just reminding me, Brave, just be who you are.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. Just be who you are. It's about the music. You're there to share your music. So I stuck to that, and I came out.
You did, girl. I was so happy. Because a lot of people, artists, they'll get on these reality shows and like show their whole ass, and sometimes it overshadows what they can do musically. Absolutely. And their talent. And I was ecstatic that didn't happen for you, and you stayed clear of the drama. How did you do that, though? Because I feel you from B-More now, so I know if somebody try it.
Absolutely. But genuinely, that's not even my spirit. Mm-hmm. Like, if I see confrontation, or if I see something that's not like, that's why I wrote options. Like, my spirit can't handle this. So either I'm going to exit, or I'm going to try to find a way to resolve it. One of the episodes is so funny. Wendy Williams pointed out in the reunion when I made everybody pray. I was like, because it's just it might be because I have a lot of brothers and sisters as well. Like I said, I got 16.
Oh yeah, so you know how to deal with different
personalities and strong and weak, and so. I don't know. I come from a girl group too, so I put the girl group together, Rich Girl, and it was kind of the same type of, I don't want to say, not technique, but it's that same mindset, just different personalities, and just trying to be a healthy nucleus for everybody.
Now, one thing I feel like our listeners and watchers may not know about you is that you were a part of a girl group, and you guys actually opened up for On Tour with Beyonce.
Yes.
And that's Beyonce.
Yeah.
Like, what? How was that? I know it's been a while ago, but how was that experience?
That was awesome. I was able to really develop a lot of my singing chops from that moment, from those moments of opening up in Madison Square Garden and hearing all those people and just being in those large arenas. it definitely helped progress my, not only just my confidence as a singer, but just my performing, my everything. So I mean, that was a great experience.
Nice. Now, would you ever put together a girl group?
You know, I've thought about it. I have thought about it. But when you talk about girl groups, the first thing that comes to my mind is just like cha-ching. They're very expensive because it's not just flying out one artist or one rapper or one singer. It's like 1 times 4 or 5. And then you got to think about wardrobe, right? Hair, makeup. Like it's a very pricey investment. But I have thought about it. Maybe down the line.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We still got some more acting and albums to put out.
For sure. I feel that. Now that you won't be independent or as independent as an artist, label-wise, in the future, do you have any reservations about, signing with a big machine versus being independent where you really do have full control over, what you put out, when you put it out, and all of that? Like what's your feelings right now?
Not at all, because I got a very great situation, and going in,
AKA it ain't no 360 deal.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But and I think because of the way that the deal was structured in my favor, in my label's favor, I'm just like, thank you, God. Like, I don't think I could have asked for a better situation with them. And then to see their energy and what they're doing behind the scenes and believing in me and my art and my gift, it's like, it was a long time coming. So for me, I'm just like, high five, God. Thanks.
I know that's right. Well, it's very well deserved. You've been
Thank
out here
you.
grinding for a long time. We can't wait to see what you do next. But let's get into some fun questions.
Let's do
all right.
it.
So we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
All right. It's called Top 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You got to give me your top answer in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now, the first question. What is the one beauty product that you cannot live without? Like, if we sent you over to Tanzania and we was like, you can only take one, sis, which one's it going to be?
Mascara, hands down.
Really?
Hands down. Because I that is the one thing that I can't live without.
Now, that's a new answer. I don't think we've ever had anyone say mascara.
Really?
No, it's always like coconut oil because you can use it for everything. Or,
I mean, like, you can be fresh faced, bare skin. That's why, we get our lashes done, because it just accentuates the eyes. And when your eyes look done, you're like, oh, she got makeup on? I can't tell. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. But mascara is like everything.
Okay, I love it. Now, what is one thing about Black beauty that you wish men would stop commenting on?
Stop commenting on?
Yes.
Maybe when women, we choose to do different things with our hair.
Okay.
It's like, it's always as if you do decide to wear a wig, or if you do decide to put tracks in, or if you do decide, it's like they just assume that you don't have good hair. And it's like, no, I just want to switch my look up. Right. Or I just want to have fun and just switch my look up.
Right.
Like, so I hear that, and that gets under my
I'm trying to give you options.
Right. Hello.
Now
that's why I have the wig on. Like,
okay.
Just so you can, that can get under my skin.
Yeah, now that's definitely a common answer when I ask people that question, because it's like, no matter what you do, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
Okay, now question 3. If you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Right now, I always would say Tupac. Because that's really where my love of music started. It was listening to him rap, and that's how I stumbled into poetry and being a spoken word artist and rapping. But now,
she raps too, y'all. She dances, she raps, she sings, she acts.
But now, because I want to put it in the atmosphere, because I want to see it happen, I want to do a collaboration with Alicia Keys.
Oh, that would be super dope.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
That has to happen. We're gonna put that in the. We're gonna put that.
We're gonna put that out there.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Okay. Next question: if you had the chance to plan the most amazing date, the most ideal date that a guy would take you on, what would it be?
Girl, I'm so simple.
You better not say dinner and a movie.
I was gonna say, let me just sit at home and. I know, because I travel so much, and like that makes me happy. Like, I love being quiet I don't get to do that a lot. No
so you
phone.
just want him to come to the house, sit on the couch, don't talk.
You can bring some good food.
Okay.
But that's so mean. Don't talk.
She's like, I like being quiet.
Maybe that's too bland. The perfect date.
But if that's your date, then I mean, hey.
I don't get to do that a lot.
Yeah.
And just, watch a dope movie, maybe massage my feet. I don't know, just something real chill. Like it doesn't take a lot.
Okay, now, like I said, you do everything. You dance, you sing, you act, you rap. If you had to choose one talent to do for the rest of your life and you couldn't do any of the other ones, I know that sucks.
Oh, my God.
But which one would it be?
Girl.
And why?
I can't answer that question.
Damn.
Which one? There's, I don't even know how to answer that question. I don't even want to envision that. I have no idea.
Okay.
But that was question 6 though.
Was it really?
That was question 6.
Okay,
Because you said so, ha!
She's like, I didn't want to answer that one. Okay, well, you don't have to answer that one. Now, some beauty and some fashion questions. How would you describe your style? Like, when you wake up in the morning, what do you do? Like, how do you pick out your clothes?
I literally, I go based off of how I feel. Mm-hmm. I love being comfortable and still being cute. Like, I used to be a heels girl all the time.
Really?
Like, you could not get me out of a heel. 6-inch heel, 8-inch heel, 2, like, it didn't matter. But now I go more or less, I want some cute sneakers. Mm-hmm. I give me a hoodie. I want to be comfortable. I'm over
you look
those.
super cute and comfy today.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, makeup wise, we were just talking before the interview, and I was like, look, I can't keep paying these girls $150 for no makeup. I don't need a whole new face. I just need a little powder.
It's expensive to get your makeup done.
It is, but you look great and fresh face. So how did you learn how to do your own makeup?
A lot of it came on tour. And doing my makeup in the dark, like on the tour bus, and like after rehearsals, they're like, okay, the show starts at such and such time, and you have a radio interview. So literally, I learned I can do my lashes in the dark. Like, I don't have to look. I know the length. I can cut them, pop them on.
All that.
And yeah, like that whole tour life taught me a lot about myself and just how you can be, quick with it.
Yeah,
quick and still look cute.
And save a little bit of money.
Save
on
a
these
lot
makeup
of money.
artists.
Save a lot of money.
Absolutely. Now, we're in 2020. It's a new decade. What is one beauty trend that you hope stays in the last decade?
Oh, wow. A beauty trend that stays. I don't know if I want to say it.
Say it. Do it.
I can't wait. Okay, so let me.
You gonna throw away lace fronts?
No.
Okay.
the lip injections.
Oh yeah, that gotta go.
I am so tired of seeing, and it's one thing if because I'm all about do what makes you happy, right? Like, there was a time back in the day when your mom used to dye her hair, but no one would know because she would keep things super
on the low.
On the low,
yeah.
It's but so do that with the lips, we don't have to know that you got 60 million cc's injected of something in your lips. I can't. The whole duck lip thing.
Because then it start looking like it once you know. I feel like because then we start looking like, wait a minute, hold on now.
But I realize it's a look to have those really big and they turn up. And I went to LA and it was
they turn up.
Every single girl. I was like,
was looking like Instagram.
Girl,
yeah.
So I can't wait for that to pass.
Okay.
Where it's so prominent. That's what I'm saying. It's one thing if you do it and her lips look nice, but it's another when it's like, okay, where did I just
and then everybody starts looking the same, and you're just like,
yeah, I cannot wait for that to pass.
Okay, now tell everyone what you have coming up next and where they can find you.
So the album right now is. Well, I'm not going to say the title. Well, right now, self-entitled Brave Williams. That could change. Okay. But it will be dropping summertime. Please go support my single Options. It is on every streaming platform, as well as the music video that we talked about. You can see that on Vivo. IG, my Instagram, Facebook, everything is Be More Brave. BMORE, BRAVE. And check out my movie Love.com on Netflix if you're in the mood for a romantic message type movie.
Well, thank you so much, Brave. I really appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. And you guys make sure you check her out, her new song, that new movie. And we will talk again soon because I feel like you have a lot more in store for you. And we got to keep tabs on you.
Right.
All right, we out.
Thank you.